And we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. The Smoke Ring Syndicate's pulling out of the station. What's up, everybody? Wes, the People's Pitmaster. I'm here with Marc Suarez. You get to see the behind the scenes and listen to me butcher this young man's name. Can you hear me good, man?
I sure can, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Awesome.
So we're going to hit the intro, man. We're going to get right into it today.
Oh yeah, man. I'm excited.
What's up, guys? Wes, the People's Pitmaster, back again for another episode of the Smoke Ring Syndicate. It's my weekly barbecue podcast that drops every Wednesday at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week, we're talking to a photographer. What does that have to do with barbecue? You're going to find out real soon. Got Marc Suarez on the line. Marc, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, good, good. Doing well, doing well. So, Marc Suarez, the barbecue photographer?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on? So, Marc Suarez, I kind of I stumbled upon some of your pictures online, um, and prior to getting my phone fixed, was cutting my tongue pretty often with some of your stuff because some of the pictures were just absolutely amazing. Um, so,
Thanks,
walk
man.
me through, kind of introduce yourself and who you are, and we'll get kind of into the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah. So Marc Suarez. A lot of people know me through the like kind of a barbecue name of Rolling Smoke Productions, where I'm based out of Austin, Texas. So a lot of the Central Texas area. I've been around. Shooting barbecue, photography, video, a little bit of competition, and just kind of hanging out with pitmasters and shooting photos, man, and you know, just doing my thing.
Yeah. So you see, you'd mentioned competition. Like, did you grow up on barbecue, or is it was just kind of like you had to make this decision, when you hit, 29, 30, that if you were going to be into barbecue or into World War II history, or what got you interested in barbecue and competing barbecue?
Yeah. So I kind of grew up. My dad was always barbecuing every Sunday. It was kind of like a religious thing over here at my household, and it was always uh, barbecue, watch the Cowboy game, man. So ever since I could remember, I was little. It was always barbecues on Sundays and family over, uncles, aunts, cousins, and stuff like that. And when I was little, I was always, just like, oh man, barbecue again! Come on, can we eat something different this time? And I was still a little young for the Cowboy game, so I was just kind of more like play around and stuff like that. So just growing up every Sunday. I mean, it was literally almost every Sunday, and whenever it wasn't on a whenever my dad didn't barbecue on Sundays, it was very rare. So,
Hmm.
it was always the traditional, leg quarters, rice and beans, sausage, potato salad, all the good stuff, man. And
Yeah.
I just kind of grew up doing that, and then when I finally, got out of the house and got into my own house and started adulting, my first thing my dad bought me was the good old 22-inch Weber kettle, man. So
Yeah.
I had that for years and years and years until it fell apart. And back then I didn't really know a lot about barbecue. I just knew how to start the fire and get it going, and throw some meat on the pit, and
Yeah.
we eat when it's done, and that's it. But uh, it wasn't until probably like around 2017. Um, I was doing my thing in video and photo, not for barbecue. It was more of my own freelance. Just kind of doing corporate world, and
Hmm.
doing a lot of conferences and trade shows and for companies and nonprofits and stuff like that. I got approached randomly to shoot a pilot for a competition barbecue. Um, for it was it was supposed to, be pitched and stuff like that. And when I first got into it, I was like, wait, what? There's people compete in barbecue? I had no idea. And
Mm,
once I started rolling in and started doing a couple of competitions here in the Central Texas area, I found out this whole underground world of competition,
underground world.
man. And I was like, it was mind blowing. I was like, this is
Yeah.
outrageous, seeing all these rigs and pits and stuff like that, people barbecuing and competing and stuff like that. And so it just sparked my interest immediately. And that pilot I shot and stuff like that, it fell through. There was, I don't want to get too much into that.
Yeah.
But long story short, it never happened, and I ended up with, hours and hours of B-roll, of competition barbecue in the Central Texas area. Um,
Yeah.
and but after that, that's I met Joey Machado. I don't know if you're familiar with Joey Machado.
I'm very familiar with Joey. He's been
Okay.
on the
Yeah, yeah,
show 2 or 3 times.
yeah. So I met him, and that's when he was with B&B Charcoal, and he was supposed to be one of the sponsors of this pilot, that barbecue
Okay.
show that never happened. And so I kind of just after that fell through, and I just kind of started hanging out with him a lot, and he kind of showed me. He's pretty much the one that opened up the world of barbecue for me, and showed me everything and I needed to know and stuff like that. So here we are, almost 8 years later. I still talk to him almost every week and stuff like that. Real cool guy, man. And
Yeah.
but I kind of started doing my own thing now and stuff, working with a lot of brands and doing a lot of photography for barbecue companies and stuff like that. That had it not been for Joey, man, I probably would have never been exposed to a lot of the companies and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
just now, yeah, man, just doing my thing now, doing like I said, just doing a lot of photography and stuff like that for a lot of barbecue companies, competition teams, and um, stuff like that.
Yeah. So doing the competition world and food photography and barbecue photography and action shots, and then having the having to get to shoot the pilot. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Just to be asked. It's kind of on them that they didn't hit the highlights to make it a thing. What might have been,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. I mean,
Joey's, huh?
I was gonna say, I mean, that that barbecue show that was on the Food Network with that was it, Barbecue USA.
Bobby, yeah.
Barbecue USA with I can't think of his name. What was his name?
So you talking about one with Bobby Flay and
No, no, no. The one where they go to the competitions and they were interviewing, different pit masters and stuff like
are you
that.
talking about like it's just the Pitmaster show?
No, it was, man. I can't think of his name. How come I can't think of his name?
You talking about Simon?
Yeah,
Talking about Simon?
yeah. Yeah. Simon. Yeah. I think Simon. So that
What's
he's like he went to like Memphis in May, and he did a few
yes,
around the country and stuff like that, and so it was basically like that, man. I mean, I was following pitmasters around and
yeah,
all night and stuff like that. But I mean, it was basically what that show was, but just focused in the Texas area back in 2017, 2018. So
yeah.
um,
Well, and barbecue TV is still kind of alive and well. I saw their casting for the season 3 of the Netflix barbecue show. So I mean, like, it's you're not out of that yet. You're probably going to end up back into that at some point, right?
yeah. I mean, Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm not 100% sure where the video aspect is going to take me in the barbecue world, but yeah, we'll see, man. That's a lot. It's a lot of work, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of work and a lot of um,
Well, is it work though if you enjoy it?
yeah, I guess not, man. But I mean, the whole aspect of shooting the videos and stuff like that. Working with
Yeah,
a lot of camera work, a lot of camera, really, man. I mean, those cameras are not light at all, and being on your
yeah,
shoulder for hours and hours a day, and I came from a news background, um, so that's how I got into the whole video world of my life. And I used to carry those cameras, man, and they're it's not fun. It's not fun at all to have
yeah.
30
Let's
pounds
see,
on your. You know.
let's put some muscles on there, right?
Yeah. 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 But um, yeah, man. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. And I also do for people that don't know, I've also done a lot of content for the barbecue league.
For the
So
barbecue, what?
the barbecue league.
Okay.
Yeah, you're familiar with barbecue league.
Yeah, the online. Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, yeah. So I've done some of their tell-alls and stuff like that. Some of their content, all their pretty much all their Memphis and May content and stuff. I followed Tim and Brad around, and basically kind of shot a long vlog for them, in Memphis and May.
Yeah.
So well, I mean, yeah, we'll see, man. But I'm taking more of an interest now into like the photography. Since I tell people I get paid to do video, and I get to do photography as a hobby type thing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I would like to do more of the photography aspect and stuff like that.
And just
Um,
because the cameras are lighter, though, right?
just I like that, and I like setting up lighting, and there's different lighting techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just playing a lot with the different camera settings and stuff like that that you normally can't do with video. So and I I have a camera on me, and that pretty much I get to be more free and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Well, I certainly could use you with filming little videos here at the house and at the studio because I'm terrible with lighting. And I look online and I'm like, oh look, there's some of Mark's stuff. Screw Mark, he's good at taking pictures. Uh, Jack Herndon said, "Were you filming there at Memphis in May for 2024?"
no, I did not. Some stuff fell through, and I wasn't able to film this year. So I just ended up going just to go, man, and actually enjoy it. Since the past 3 years I've gone, um, it's been all work, man, and I went to bed at 11 o'clock and woke up at 12, and went right back and filmed all day, 18-hour days, and so I didn't really get out. I didn't really get to enjoy Memphis in May as like I did this year, man.
Yeah,
So I was still gonna go, man, regardless. And but yeah, it fell through, and I wasn't able to do it this year. And
yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. I'll go back, and but maybe I'll shoot for, I don't know, the Shed or Myron Mixon
Yeah,
or something next year. I don't
yeah.
know. We'll see, man. I mean, the doors
Well,
are open for sure.
I guess that's the benefit of being freelance, and also the downfall of freelance is because you don't know what you're going to be doing. But so you've been freelance like since 2017, or is it kind of you've always been freelance?
Since like 2016, I was freelance, but like I said, it's been more in the corporate world, and for companies and stuff like that. It wasn't until like 2017 is whenever I started getting into the barbecue aspect of production and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Well, and I can see the benefit having somebody videography or photographer that has an eye for barbecue, has an interest in barbecue, uh, having the benefit there of somebody that's interested in that actual content, not somebody that's just doing it just to get a check. So I, I guess you can kind of say like you can see the want in your pictures, like you want to create like that whatever the subject is, you want to make it pop, and you're like it's almost like it's your own displaying barbecue of your own, I guess you could say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, man, I love barbecue, man, because you know what? At the end of the day, barbecue is food, and who doesn't love food, man? You can't survive without food, and just you know, food photography is always, has always been what I enjoy doing, and um, and it doesn't get much better than that. And then after I shoot and edit, or after I shoot it, cameras turn off, and it's time to eat. So
Yeah, that's
you can't beat that, man.
yeah. It's my wife. Matter of fact, yesterday, which every single time I cook, it's the same way. I always like to get a picture of whatever it is that I've cooked, and my wife had gone upstairs to change or whatever from the day, and I had set her dinner on the table there, and she's like, "Have you already taken your pictures?" I have. She said, "Okay, so I can eat." So
Absolutely.
I do this. I do a similar thing, but it's not near as beautiful, not near as professional as what you're doing. But my wife already knows if I'm cooking, I'm taking pictures of something.
Oh yeah, man. It almost comes with cooking food now, man. I mean, it's just like
Yeah,
it,
it's
photography.
it's a step in the recipe. Essentially, it's like allow to rest, take photographs, or plate, take photographs. Jack says the camera has to eat first.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we're doing more and more barbecue stuff. Do you see your freelance stuff turning into just a barbecue freelance thing, or do you think you'll always be in a corporate setting and doing that sort of thing too, or what do you? I mean, what do you think?
Man, for right now, I mean, it's kind of hard to leave the corporate sector of video production, man, just because there's a lot of it definitely pays my bills, um, and uh,
And most of most of the
it's a lot easier than shooting barbecue. I will tell you that. I mean,
okay,
I'm in air condition, and
that's fair. That's fair.
sometimes I'll be interviewing CEOs of companies, and I'll go out for for the whole day setup, and maybe out of the whole day work, cameras are rolling maybe an hour. So, and it's a full day pay indoors, air conditioned, and I get to go home normal hours, and so. But I barbecue is definitely a passion of mine now. As far
Yeah,
as whether I get paid for it or not. If I get paid for it, that's cool. I would love to always get paid for it. But there's a lot of times where it's no pay, but the network and just opportunities to be alongside with some of these people, man,
yeah. Well, I
is
mean,
definitely
it's yeah. So, and I mean, and so just some of the people just I know that Joey Machado runs with and runs is around and knows. He is he knows pretty much everybody. And he's kind of on a first name basis with pretty much anybody in barbecue. Um,
absolutely.
I can only imagine the Rolodex that he's got.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I mean,
he's
every time I hang out with him, man, he's always on the phone with somebody. Like it's
yeah
always.
he's
And
he
it's
he stays on the phone like literally
yeah,
He came on whenever he introduced his new charcoal company,
Hmm.
and I think 5 times that he got phone calls inside of a 45-minute window, like literally 5 different phone calls. And I'm like, bro, uh, you're way more important uh, than I am. I'm not getting 5 phone calls an hour for sure.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a busybody for sure, man.
Yeah, he
Um,
does not stop. Does not stop. So some of the some of the content, some of the best content that you've shot, what would you say is top 5 highlights of some of the stuff that you've been able to shoot for a barbecue?
the I mean, the Memphis to May stuff. I mean, it's definitely the highlight. Some of the highlights of my barbecue production. Uh, just being there from start to finish. Is um, a lot of hard earned work, and so just that. And Memphis to May is such an awesome event to go to. Like I said, when I wasn't able to go this year or shoot for Blues Hog this year, I told myself, I'm still going to go, whether I'm
Yeah,
working or not. And so, I still ended up going. And what do you call it? When they had the Smoke Slam event there as well, the whole,
yeah,
you know, battle of the barbecue competitions, I guess. Um,
yeah,
I ended up hanging out with a good buddy of mine, Al Fragoni,
yeah.
um, that I met through Joey. And so when I went, man, it was just it was it was fun to be there, man. I didn't have to record nothing. I mean, I did, but I didn't have to.
Yeah.
We ended up doing a little blog for one of these uh, meme pages that me and a buddy recently started up.
Hmm.
Uh, Chicken Bark. We
Yeah.
we started up this little like barbecue meme page. Just I mean, it was just something that I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna be
So
here,
it's you.
it's me.
I
It's me, and
literally, I've shared a couple of them, and I was like, I don't know who these people are. I said, but they're kind of funny.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I'm in the space so much, man, and um, I was like, you know what? I mean, if I have so much content, video and photo, and I could share for days and days. So I got to talking with a buddy of mine, and he's like, "Let's do it, man. I mean, what do we have to lose? I mean, you know, other than time, So I'm like, let's
Yeah.
do it, man. So yeah, we like go around and interview pit masters, and it's nothing barbecue related. It's more of like just what random facts we can get out of them, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun so far. We've hit up San Antonio Rodeo, Houston Rodeo, the CBA World Championship, um, but I would like to go to a KCBS like invitational or something where there's a lot of KCBS cooks there.
Hmm.
I know it just passed, but maybe at the Royal we'll go around and do another round of Truth Masters with Pit Masters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And on a daily, it's just sharing like just stupid memes, man, that just make you laugh and make you smile, man. Barbecue is not always competition, man. Barbecue can be funny too. So
Yeah.
we kind of just put
No,
two and two together, and we're
for
gonna roll with
sure.
it, man. We'll see what happens, man. And I have a lot of from the barbecue scene. I know a lot of people, so I can roll up to them and just kind of start talking to them right then and there. Whether as if it was like a normal random person, they'll be more
Yeah.
reluctant to be interviewed. But since people know me and they're like, let's do it, man. So we've got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of good people, man, so far in the Texas area, just because we're here. But
Yeah.
I would definitely, like I said, definitely want to infiltrate the KCBS competitions and get some of the KCBS cooks on there that are well known, and just see what
Yeah.
they have to say, man. See what their guilty pleasure is, and see if
Yeah.
they like GI Joe or He Man. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. Well,
fun and
and
games, man. Just fun and games.
yeah. Well, I literally I'd seen some of the memes, and I was like, chicken. What is this? Like, it's almost barbecue, but then it's not. And I'm like, I don't know who these guys are. And now, all
Yeah.
along it was you.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, mercy.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
well, if I'd
Hopefully,
have known that, I'd say again.
hopefully I can. Now, hopefully we can grow it to something that's will be a well-known name in the barbecue community in a few years,
Yeah.
man. But you know, we'll see what
Oh, yeah.
happens.
Yeah. Well, it was because I saw it a couple of times, and I was like, never heard of. I've never heard of these because that I I trade in memes and such, and I was like, I've never heard of these guys, but they're maybe have to add them to the list of folks to look for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're like I said, man. We just enjoy interviewing these pitmasters, and um,
Yeah,
and then on their downtime when we're not editing the interviews, we're just finding random stupid stuff online and just turning it into a barbecue related content.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
what was that question? The gentleman asked.
I, he was asking if I was competing at the Doc Holiday
Oh,
Festival
oh,
this
okay.
year. It's a local to me contest. I you were finishing up, and I said,
Oh,
uh, I will be stuck in the car dealership. I do this to keep at least a little bit connected with barbecue because I'm business manager for a car dealership, and they don't let me wear t-shirts and barbecue stained aprons to work. So it's their loss, honestly. I mean,
yeah. Do you fire up the pit at work or no?
I have cooked a couple of times. They have a sure enough $20 grill back behind the dealership itself, and I've cooked on it a couple of times, but and I've not dragged any of my stuff up there yet. But I'm sure it's probably going to come. What I want to do was, everybody does and you being in the corporate world or close to the corporate world, when they're like, oh, we're going to do a pizza party. They do pizza for, kind of like morale boost type thing. I've got a portable pizza oven that I want to take and do like pizza party, but do like fresh, you know, fresh out of the pit pizza oven
Yeah, yeah,
pizza party one day. But it's too dang hot right now, man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, those pizza ovens, man. Their pizza's are ready in 2 minutes, man. So that'll
Yeah,
definitely be
but
a cool little.
I'm yeah, I'm running when I run mine about probably 8 to 900 degrees, and like if
Mhm.
I mean probably 45 to a minute, maybe a minute and a half,
Mhm. Yeah.
and it's ready to rock and roll. But yeah,
Now, which pizza oven do you use?
it's a little it's a uni.
Uni.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just the wood fired uni without the gas assist or anything. It's literally you pack it slap full of charcoal and wood and just let it catch up and put the door on it, and I mean it climbs. I'm afraid I'm gonna warp it, but like I like to cook pizza at like 900 degrees. So I guess if I warp it, that gives me an excuse to buy a new pizza oven. I know Bobby T he's got a super Mac Daddy one that I would love to have, but I have to break mine first. So
Yeah, yeah. Those I don't know if y'all do y'all have a Trader Joe's by where you live?
yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so Trader Joe's they sell fresh dough, where you can just go and get the dough and put your toppings on and good to go. You don't have to, you know,
Is it
mess
already
around with.
thrown too?
Uh, I'm not sure. I just know it's already kind of ready to go to be, you know,
Yeah.
pressed out,
Yeah.
and it's cheap. They're
Yeah.
like a dollar some $1.50 or $2
Yeah.
a
I
dough
got some.
balls.
We've got Kroger here does. They're just literally it's a dough ball and literally just flour the surface and cut it into small because that the pizza oven's not very big. I mean, I can get a probably an 8 or maybe a 10-inch pizza in it, so I'm not doing huge pizzas in it. But that's typically what I do is I'll grab one of those or one of the dough kits. I'm not a baker and
Yeah,
never claimed to be. I'll typically cheat and use pre-made dough balls and just stretch it myself and cook some pizza.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you take half the work out of it just getting that dough ball and the
Yeah.
consistency.
Well, well, it's half is the dough getting the dough right, and then the other half is getting the fire quite hot enough. Because the little thing that it comes with is not near large enough for me
Yeah,
to
I agree.
get
Yeah,
the size fire that I need in there or that I want in
yeah,
there. Pushing. I start it and then I end up pushing more into the back of the unit to cook a little bit hotter.
yeah, yeah. That's the. I have one of those unis too, and it's tough just getting the fire going, and when it goes, it's going for a couple minutes, and that's it.
Yeah,
And then you have to like keep adding more and more, and so yeah,
yeah,
I wish it was the the firebox was a little bit bigger for sure.
yeah. Well, and I was kind of when I first got it, I was like, well, I don't want the propane assist, but I
Yeah,
kind of almost wish I had the propane
yeah,
assist now just to
exactly.
be able to crank the heat a little bit more. But
Mhm.
I mean, you're gonna burn out of wood before anyway. So I mean, regardless, it needs a bigger firebox. But I didn't design it, but was definitely the best pizza oven I never bought. Um, it was a hand me down from a hand me down from a hand me down. We had the GM of the store got it as a gift from like one of the little promotional you sell so many cars at the store they'll give you pizza oven, and he got it and gave it to one of the sales guys. One of the sales guys gave it to another sales guy, and 2 years later, I was looking at buying one, and I hit the guy up. I said, "Man, how do you like that pizza oven that so and so gave you?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know. It's still in the box." I'm like, "It's been through three people, and none of y'all have opened the box." He's like, "No," he said, I hadn't even opened the box. It's just in the garage." I was like, "All right, cool. Well, you're no help because I'm looking to buy one, and I want somebody that's actually used one, and you've not even taken the damn thing out of the box." And I came to work the next day, and he's like, "Hey, man, you can take it out of the box yourself. I just brought it to you." So it's the best pizza oven I never bought.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean,
So
do y'all have any questions for me as far as like photography wise? And I always get hit up all the time, and I tell everyone, if you have a question, man, don't be afraid to ask me. I love to help out, anyone
yeah,
and everyone I can as far as equipment, what equipment to buy, and so I mean, do you have any questions for me as far as like what
I
lights
I
and cameras
I
and
would
stuff
love
like
to
that
just
I use?
bring you here because everything on this side of the room is going to be for filming food, and I'm setting up counters and backsplash and all that, and almost like a faux kitchen to film
Mhm.
in. And as far as creating like YouTube clips and that sort of thing, what do you suggest? Because I'm literally on the phone. That's as far as I go.
Yeah. So one of the recent cameras I picked up that I highly recommend is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3.
Hmm.
Um, it's uh, I told some pitmasters about it, and they picked it up now and they love it. Bill Purvis has one; he just bought, loves it. Um, and then I ran into the TFTI barbecue
Hmm.
out there in Memphis and May. He was cooking in the Alfregoni area.
Yeah.
He just bought one and he loves it. Actually, I have it right here.
Oh, it's
So
and that's a camera.
yeah, so it's a camera with a gimbal. So you'll get some steady cam shots, and it's like it has the 2-axis gimbal with it, and then you turn it around. Let me just turn it around this way, and then it comes with a little screen. It's bigger than the two, but it's still a little small. But it's enough to get you by on framing it
Yeah.
and stuff
Tech,
like that.
when
So
we get done, text me the name of that one because
yeah,
that's kind of my speed. I'm not a big high tech dude, um, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that would be a good one.
yeah. A lot of people use even before this one came out. A lot of people were using the second generation. Um, I know Blazing Star Mike
Yeah.
was using it. I'm not sure if he's upgraded to the 3 yet. I'm pretty sure he has since then. Um, but I see a lot of people out in the barbecue competition circuit, man. It's basically turn it on, press record type,
Yeah.
like a phone. Unless you want to, dial in. It has a pro feature where you can dial in your, shutter and white balance and all that stuff. But you can pretty much set everything on auto and everything takes, let the camera take care of, all the settings for you and stuff like that. Audio
Yeah.
quality is good. This one, this one comes with what they call the creator combo, which comes with the wireless mic. You can, kind of put on.
Hmm. I was gonna
Um,
say, I was gonna ask if it would work with wireless mics.
I know it has. I don't think it works with regular wireless mics, but the DJI wireless mics, it has actually a built-in receiver in it. So when you buy
Okay,
the
so
creative
it's
content,
set up to do it itself then.
yeah, exactly. So you turn it on and it automatically connects, and so it's solid camera, man. Solid camera.
Yeah.
I actually use it on a lot of my like social media content shoots as well. Like if I'm going
Yeah.
out to a shooting for an event. Um, I just did one like 2 weeks ago for diamond crystal salts.
Hmm.
Um,
So
and
with the gimbal, like the
mhm.
stabilization stuff, will it like can you set it and it will like track you or
It'll do
is
it'll have active track on it. It's a little um, harder to do without two people. You know what I mean?
hmm.
But if you're just kind of like roaming around with it in your hand,
Yeah.
you can turn the gimbal facing you, so you're on camera talking.
Yeah.
You can set up an active track on it on your face, so it'll kind of keep your face centered in the frame and stuff like that. But if you kind of you know have it set up and you walk away and start doing stuff, you're gonna have to have someone kind of select the active track for you, and then it'll start following you. So it'll basically turn into like a two-person operation at that point.
Yeah.
But it will do that, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely shoot me that in a message because
Mhm.
that would be one thing to add for my list of stuff that I definitely need to buy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. It's like I said, a lot of the content creators are using it in the barbecue uh, scene, and it's a little pricey, but at the end of the day, you know, the quality is gonna be, well worth it, as well as the mics and some of that other audio stuff and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So so where do you where do you see barbecue photography going? I mean, is it going to continue as it is, or do you? I mean, is there possible to improve it more than where you guys are do what you guys are doing now?
I mean, it's as far as like my
Quality,
like are you talking like camera wise, or like as far as like my background, like what do I see,
uh,
where do I see myself?
yeah, a little of both. I was talking about the quality, like
Hmm.
the picture quality. Like I feel like you really can't get much better than what's there. I mean, but you having an eye for it, is there something? Is there something more out there that we're not there yet?
I mean, not really, man. Other than subtle features, man. I think cameras nowadays are, you know, the quality is there. Um, Other than the next gen is gonna have, I don't know, other than more megapixels, um, 8K video, and the video is just
Yeah,
gonna go up from here. But um,
but
you
I mean,
know, I
the
think
quality is
I
as good
think
as it's going to get.
yeah. I mean, if you have even a camera from 5 years ago, it's still going to be up there with what people are using today, as far as
Yeah.
if it's like what I use on my my rig is the A7 IV, Sony A7 IV, and A7 III had I used that one before I bought the four. But if I was still using the A7 III, I would totally be happy with it as well.
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
bought the
you still
four
be
just
putting out,
because.
yeah, you still be putting out similar content, even if it was, a
Mm,
year or two back, as
oh
far
yeah.
as like the quality
Mhm.
of the content. So it doesn't necessarily, we don't necessarily need to buy the super high dollar one if, a first or second generation's available. It'll get
Yeah,
us kind of where we're going.
yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we'll kind of table it. And do you have anything else on your mind that you wanted to explore?
No, man. I mean, I just, hopefully we'll see how will this, photography, video, we'll see where it takes me in a couple of years, man. But hopefully we'll be exploring some events, you know, hopefully in the future I would like to start, having, you know, my own event that's going
Hmm.
to have, you know, photography and video, kind of built in, you know, the event. So, and I don't know, we'll turn that into a social media channel or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, that's
almost like
what I always would love to see in a lot of these events that I go capture. And it's basically just an event, and whoever's out there takes their own pictures, and you know that's that. But I would love to see events start incorporating, whether even if it's just like Facebook Live or something that's
yeah.
gets interaction going with you know the event as a whole. So
So as far
we'll
as
see.
just like kind of the folks that aren't attending, almost to have FOMO, getting to
Hmm.
see the type stuff that's going on type deal. Then
Yeah, exactly, man. You got to create that FOMO, man, because that's people live in that space, man. So if you're not there, basically, if you're not there, you're missing out.
yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you're talking about like doing your own event or like having somebody to to start doing that?
No, like eventually having my own event, so, but in that event will be heavy in the photography, video, you know, because a lot, like I said, a lot of these events, they'll have teams, and some of their teams will just have a couple pictures of them and turn in and stuff like
So
that,
so from
and then the other
having
people.
like going from having like a pit master, a box builder, a runner, and a photographer.
No, like just like a video and photo of the event as a whole. You know what I mean? So like
Okay.
we can have teams that are they will be included in videos and stuff like that, because a lot of these teams a lot of videos I've done in the past and stuff like that. I try to get as much people as I can in the video, and the people that get in the video, man, they're all ecstatic about it and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So we like to spread the barbecue love in photo videos. So
Yeah, it sounds like you've been talking to Harry Sue. His barbecue love. He's
barbecue
a big
love,
barbecue love guy.
yeah. Good old Harry Sue, man. I ran into him a few
He's
times, and
he's good people. He really
yeah,
and
yeah,
truly is good people. So we'll kind of table it here for now. I kind of do an intro episode, and then as I have something that comes in, I'm like, ooh, I got a guy that does that. Let me grab him. You'll be my photographer guy for all things photography. Hit me with your social medias, and we'll sign out.
yeah. So my barbecue heavy page is going to be my Instagram, which is at Rolling Smoke Productions, and then the other the chicken bark is at chicken bark, with chicken with no e, so it's just chick and then n and then bark. And then Facebook is just Marc Suarez. I have a Rolling Smoke on my Facebook page, but excuse me, it's too many channels already, man. I'm barely keeping up with my main one and the Rolling Smoke Instagram, but I'm really pushing my Rolling Smoke Instagram page to be photography heavy now. So I'm trying to post a
Yeah,
lot more, and um, a lot of the photography, barbecue, like I said, barbecue photography being pushed on
yeah,
the Rolling Smoke, and then chicken bark is just me and my buddy having a good time, man, messing around
yeah,
on the internets, and seeing
for sure.
every time I'm scrolling through all the reels and videos, I'm like, can I use this in barbecue? And if I can, I'm stealing it. So, you know, my buddy takes care of a lot of the scheduled day posts, and I do more of the video and you
Yeah,
know, stuff like that. So, but if I see something that I have to post, man, right then and there, I was like, I got to do this now and stuff. So,
yeah.
we're just trying, like I said, but we're trying to build that up too as well. So, anyone wants to follow and have a daily barbecue laughter, man, please
Yeah,
do.
I definitely do. I've experienced it myself.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's like we'll get some random people just sharing it and stuff. We go back and we go on the back end and Meta, and we like to analyze everything and see what we're doing, see what works and stuff like that. And we had some random guy we don't even know remix one of the videos, and so that was like, all right, that's cool, man. Stuff's working, but
Yeah,
I we definitely would like to keep that up going for sure. So.
you'll be a social media star before long.
Oh yeah, man. We want to be the social media meme star.
There you go.
So
Yeah, lovely equipment. All right, that'll put this week's episode of the Smoke Ring Syndicate in the books. Shout out to this week's guest, Marc Suarez, Rolling Smoke Productions, and Chicken Bark. That was news. That was news to me. Guys, if you found this week's episode helpful, we would appreciate a review, a like, a share, and as always, keep smoking. Thank you, Mark.
Take care, man.